those are the Gentiles that are, or the foreigners or the outcasts that shall receive salvation. When you read in Ephesians, the 6th chapter, right? The second chapter, and the 6th verse, the 11th verse, on down. It talks about the Israelite foreigners being brought back to the fold. So that's what it means when it talks about how they were driven or scattered.
Pretty simple about Israel being scattered. This is Micah chapter 5 verse 7. It says, "And the remnant of Jacob shall be in the midst of many people, as a dew from the Lord, as the showers upon the grass, that tarrieth not for man, nor waiteth for the sons of men."
And that's the time that we're approaching right now. This is the future prophecy that he's reading right now.
That's right.
The remnant of Jacob. And that's what the Lord is raising up at this very second, man. Once the total remnant of Jacob is awoke, that's when the end of this kingdom is done.
That's it.
All right? It says the remnant. Read it again from the temple.
"And the remnant of Jacob shall be in the midst of many people, as a dew from the Lord."
In the midst of many people, right? In the midst of all these other nations, as a dew from the Lord. What is dew? Dew is like refreshes, like rain. Dew is like
a mist. It's a mist.
Replenishes the plants.
Yeah, like in the springtime or in the summertime, when let's say you got a field of grass, right? And there's some dew on it, a mist. Sometimes you see like a little cloud over. You see a little cloud over a field. That's the dew over that, and it's all over that field. Oh, there's not one blade of grass. It's not wet because of that dew. That's how the nation of Israel is scattered amongst all the nations, man. Remember that we are as the sands. We are as the sands of the sea, and the stars in the sky. Innumerable. All right, innumerable.
As the showers upon the grass, that tarrieth not for man, nor waiteth for the sons of men. And the remnant of Jacob shall be among the Gentiles, in the midst of many people, as a lion among the beasts of the forest, as a young lion among the flocks of sheep, who, if he go through, both tread down and teareth in pieces, and none can deliver.
Yeah, so what does a lion do in the midst of the flocks of sheep? Does he play with them?
Yeah, he plays with them.
Does he laugh and joke with them? No, he tears them apart. Man.
He holds hands with them.
He rips them up. Yeah, does he sing songs with them and hold hands? Sing Kumbaya?
Yeah, he sings Kumbaya.
No, a lion ravishly, he tears them apart, rips them up. So that's what the elect men or the remnant of Jacob is going to do in that time, man. In the midst of all these other nations.
Yep. Because it's gonna be a great race war that's about to come, and it's Israel's everywhere, man. So that's Esau's ass, man. But Esau gonna get it from all sides, though. All the nations hate Esau, man. He's the most hated person. That's showing you that's the children of Cain. Remember the curse the Lord gave Cain? Everywhere you go, you're gonna be hated, and everyone's pretty much gonna know that he's the child of the devil, pretty much. That's Esau, man. All hands of the wicked shall be upon him. Alright, go ahead.
Thine hand shall be lifted up upon thine adversaries, and all thine enemies shall be cut off.
That's why the people in these churches want to do away. Well, people want to do away with the Bible, man, altogether. And they try to use this excuse. Oh, well, come on, you're gonna believe in a book that was written thousands of years ago? Come on, dude, this is the modern day, blah, 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 blah. They use that bullshit. Didn't I just read to you that whatsoever the Most High did, that he did it forever? There ain't no end. He don't change. So you want to keep on using that poor excuse. As the prophecies go on every day, you're gonna see this great nation getting into power and start commencing to whipping on your ass. All right, go ahead.
It says, and I will. Thine hand shall be lifted up upon thine adversaries, and all thine enemies shall be cut off. And it shall come to pass in that day, said the Lord, that I will cut off thy horses out of the midst of thee, and I will destroy thy chariots. I will cut off the cities of thy land, and throw down all thy strongholds. And I will cut off all witchcrafts out of thine hand, and thou shalt have no more soothsayers. Thy graven images also will I cut off, and thy standing images out of the midst of thee, and thou shalt no more worship the work of thine hands.
That's the Lord's talking straight up to the Illuminati right there. Standing images, you got standing images of Caesar Borgia many places, man. Well, you got one in Brazil, a big ass, yeah, big ass statue of Caesar, man. You know, spreading his arms over the world, so to speak. You know, you got you still in the redwood forest of California. You got a statue of Molech, a big ass owl standing up. All right.
Statue of Liberty.
You got the Statue of Liberty, and it's standing. It's a standing image. All right. You got obelisks everywhere, standing. If people work in Central Park, you have one. All right. It says cut off the witchcraft because America is a land based on witchcraft, man. All right, the Masons, the Freemasons, that's a witchcraft group. All right. The Illuminati took them over or whatever. That's a witchcraft group, man. Yeah. Go ahead.
I will pluck up thy groves out of the midst of these.
The groves are where they're places where they go to worship Satan at. All right, churches, they'll be considered groves. A lot of these churches, they got their architecture in the form of groves, like the ancient Celtic Druids used to do, worship under the groves. So when you go into these buildings, they got their architecture, all right, looking like those branches of the groves, all right, in the ceiling. Because the groves, modern day groves, they are these churches and these wicked ass temples, man, in the world.
I will pluck up thy groves out of the midst of thee, so will I destroy thy cities, and I will execute vengeance in anger and fury upon the heathen, such as they have not heard.
See? So that's talking about ultimately the thermonuclear missiles, man, being shot. Now let's go back to Isaiah. And now this is all leading. These things must come to pass. This is leading to the kingdom. So to us get into these things have to happen for us to get into the kingdom, man. All these things are gonna take place. Alright, go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 60, verse 8. Who are these that fly as a cloud?
Yeah, because this is Isaiah prophesying, and all of a sudden he saw chariots. Alright? And he stopped, he said, what are these that are flying like clouds? Right? Go ahead.
Who are these that fly as a cloud and as doves to their windows?
You see how I just went from clouds to them comparing them to as doves? Because he's saying they're flying, they're in the air. Because people will say, no, that's literally talking about clouds in that scripture. No, there's different parts of the scriptures that refer to different things. Clouds, a fire in the sky, a wheel within the wheel, doves, the chariots of Israel, the horsemen, the horses, they're compared to as horses. Alright? A whirlwind. Go ahead.
Surely these isles shall wait for me, and the ships of Tarshish first, to bring thy sons from far, their silver and their gold with them.
Yeah, from far, because that's where they were scattered to. Come on, man. Since the time Israel broke up, since the time of King Solomon till now, man, Israelites, and dealing with all the captivities that Israel been through, man, Israel is everywhere, man. That's why we say a lot, like those Vikings had to been Israelites, man. You know? So that's why brothers gotta get out of there, be more spiritual. Be ready for these Israelites to wake up looking like the other nations, man. But you gotta read the spirit. A lot of you may see Edomite, right? Might be that an Edomite. Might see a dude that looks like an Edomite but is an Israelite, and vice versa, man. You're gonna have dudes that look like Jake, but they're really Edomites in other different nations. It's the tares and the wheat. The parable of the tares and the wheat. That's why the Lord said, it's the angels that gotta do the separating, man. Alright? The angels gotta, do the separating. Alright? Bring the